One issue that caught the attention of the nation during the recess was the issue of illegal artisanal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, in our local parlance. Mr. Speaker, although artisanal mining has been part of our local economy for decades, the devastation to our water bodies, forests, and ecological reserves calls for the need to revisit the issue of artisanal mining in recent times. Mr. Speaker, as recent as 2015, Honorable Seth Tepe, the then Finance Minister, appeared before the Finance Committee of Parliament during President John Dramani Mohamed's administration and cautioned the nation that Galamsey was destroying our cocoa economy. In fact, he put out how Galamsey was destroying all our cocoa farms and farmers were cutting down cocoa trees because of Galamsey activities. Mr. Speaker, we cannot, as a political class, blame game on Galamsey and say that a particular political party, in this case, the Akufo-Addo administration, has failed in its fight against Galamsey and leave out what happened preceding the administration of Akufo-Addo administration. Indeed, it's a known fact that Akufo-Addo administration took a decision to deploy the Ghana Armed Forces through what is known as Operation Halt in the early years of his presidency. And the aim was to combat the threat of illegal mining, which was wreaking deliberate havoc on the nation's water bodies and forest reserves. And Mr. Speaker, it was because at the time he took office, the Galamsey activity had gotten out of hand and the then administration had no immediate answer to it. While the operation achieved some successes, various challenges arose that undermined the effort to fully eradicate the menace. Mr. Speaker, as a parliament, it is important for us to acknowledge the President for taking a bold decision to fight the menace of Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, the President, in a statement released, has reinforced the operational and tactical capacity of the Operation Halt by directing the Minister of Defense to deploy additional military personnel to intensify the ongoing Operation Halt across the country. For the first time in this fight, logistics such as naval boats are to be deployed on water bodies to stop all legal and illegal mining activities on water bodies across the country. Furthermore, the President has directed for the suspension of the Environmental Protection Regulation 2023, LI 2462, by the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, alongside the Environmental Protection Agency. This is a very bold decision by the President. Mr. Speaker, the fight against Galamsey is a collective fight for the survival and sustainability of our livelihood as a nation. This is because water is essential in our daily survival, and we must take measures to protect all the water bodies in the country from any form of pollution. We as political leaders and actors must commit to this fight in all sincerity and not to play lip service to it. Mr. Speaker, we must be committed and we should be united in this fight. Mr. Speaker, permit me to also point out the commendable steps taken by the government in addressing the drought situation in the north. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Agric, Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Agric, together with the Finance Minister, presented a paper to the Finance Committee. Mr. Speaker, In the briefing, they made known to us the measures they intend to take to support our farmers in the north. Mr. Speaker, members who are in the south may not know the situation of farmers in the northern part of the country. Many farmers have lost Mr. Speaker, many farmers in the north have lost their farm produce, they have lost their farmlands as a result of the situation they found themselves. Government intends to support them, and government is going to support these farmers to sustain their livelihood. Government intends to support the women in the north who suffered as a result of the challenges they faced. And this support will be given to these farmers who are Ghanaians.